Hello and welcome to Errant Painting's very first Shadespire battle report. We will be playing Reavers against Reavers, and we are going to call it, or I am going to call this, the Garrick Fest. So, Major Rumble, me and Mother Nurgle are playing against each other, and we have Sleeping Bear managing the camera.
Yep.
So, this is my deck for this game. I'll just go through it shortly. Let me see. I am going very, very aggressive. The way any corn should be, at least fluff-wise. Maybe a bit overly aggressive. I have taken all the most aggressive cards I could find and put them in a deck. So, no matter what, this is going to be a fairly quick game. Either I'm gonna lose very fast or I'm gonna win very fast. There will be slaughter. First of all, let's look at my upgrades here. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so I have here for Targor, we have the Deadly Spin to give him an area attack. It's only 1 damage, but we could boost that somehow. Then we have for Casus, that's another upgrade, Whirlwind of Death. So that's +1 damage. So you can actually start dealing out some punches. Then we have here for Garrick, no, sorry, there we have it. For Sake, we have Berserker, well, the 2 charging ones here for him. The one where he hits on both swords and hammers, that's gonna make him very dangerous. And then the Unstoppable Charge, which is gonna make him able to charge through other fighters, both mine and my opponents. Then we have Garrick over here. He's getting the Grizzly Trophy. So that I get extra glory points for him taking out enemy fighters. And then +1 defense. Yes, there just aren't enough aggressive cards around until we get some more warbands. So there will be a few cards that are slightly defensive. But that's the only defensive upgrade we really have. Then we have, well, more or less universal upgrades. We have Great Strength, again, +1 damage to anyone. Frenzy, extra attack dice when I charge. That's gonna go very well on Sake. +1 move, well, to speed him up a bit. Then another one that's +1 wounds, so might keep somebody alive for a bit longer. Next, I have for ploy cards, I have my reactions first. Final Blow, down here. So, let me see. Oh yeah, that's when somebody takes one of my guys out, I can deal 1 damage to them. That could easily be a finishing blow in this game. Boon of Corn, also reaction. That is, yeah, somebody can get healed by killing somebody else. Then we have Skulls for the Skull Throne. Another reaction, so yeah, draw 2 cards when I take somebody out of action. I do intend to take quite a few out of action. Then we have Fueled by Slaughter. That's again, when I take somebody out of action, then I can make an extra attack action and possibly take somebody else out. Then we're going down here. Confusion, Sidestep, very powerful cards for movement. Then we have other 2 here, Blood Offering, right there. I'm doing with the camera. That is, yeah, 2 extra attack dice, but I take 1 damage on somebody. That's very nice. Corn Calls, 1 extra attack die for the next activation, so that's good. Then we have my token defensive card, Insensate. So, just when somebody is about to get beaten to a bloody pulp, I can throw down this card and they only suffer 1 damage. And then there's Desecrate. That Desecrate is really just there as a filler, but might be nice. Don't plan on grabbing any objectives whatsoever, so I might as well destroy one to keep my opponent from taking any. Because now we're going for the victory points, or here. So from the beginning, Annihilation. Yes, I am getting that card in. I want to annihilate my opponent completely for 5 points. Then we have Supremacy. That's I score that if I hold 3 or more objectives. I said I wasn't going to start claiming objectives, but I might want to go there just to keep my opponent from taking them. So stand on the objectives, and it's worth 3 points. So that's a good one. Oh, there. Then we have Denial. Third, and that's end of the game. If no enemy fighters are in my territory, I expect them all to be dead, so they won't be in my territory. Then we have Conquest. That's again at end of the game if all my surviving fighters are in my opponent's territory. And yes, I fully intend my surviving fighter to be in my opponent's area. Then we have Let the Blood Flow. That's one I get immediately. I love those. So as soon as that's if 3 or more of my fighters have made a successful attack action or charge. That's 2 glory right there for the. Hope to grab that one early. Blood for the Blood Guard. Again, if 3 or more of my fighters made a charge action, I could score those at the same time. And let's draw the Gaze of Khorne. Score this immediately if my warband takes 2 or more enemy fighters out of action in this phase. I really expect that to happen. Khorne Cast Nut. That's if 5 or more fighters are out of action, since this is going to be Khorne against Khorne, that's bound to happen. That's only Slaughter. That's score this in end phase. If no fighter is holding an objective, I don't need the objectives. So, if I kill everyone, then nobody will be holding objectives. And a Worthy Skull. If I kill the enemy leader, he's on my hit list. And then we have It Begins. Score this end phase if at least 1 fighter from each warband is out of action. That's bound to happen. And then we have Coward. If Mother Nurgle tries to avoid getting killed by running away, I will still get glory by having the Coward card. So, yes, I fully intend to be in your face, running from my board onto my opponent's board from the get-go, and just pounding my way to the end zone. I'm basically going to play Blood Bowl without the ball. So, we'll see how that goes. It's kind of fluff-wise, I like Khorne to be really, really, really aggressive. So, let's try it out and see how it goes. Alright. So, just waiting on Mother Nurgle to get ready, and then we'll start battling.
Hello, Mother Nurgle here. Today Lasfar and I will be playing Reavers versus Reavers, and I will be the defensive Reavers. We are playing a round with strategies, and most likely none of the strategies will work to the fullest, but we'll see how it goes. And I have pretty much all defensive cards currently available to us in the deck. So, great speed for some movement, another wound, great fortitude, 2 upgrades for Garrick, +1 defense, and ever advancing. I haven't really seen this been pulled off, but I'm really going for some drive back and well, yeah, not being into close combat, but this being Reavers versus Reavers, there will be fighting. I cannot avoid this. Terrifying Howl, upgrade for causes, so I can push enemy fighters away if he ever gets surrounded, and he will. And oh, this is quite offensive actually. Okay, and disengage. Yeah, after this attack action, it is successful. You can push a fighter 1 hex. Again, not quite sure if that'll work. It is very defensive. And of course, some offensive cards. Whirlwind of Death for causes. I like the ranged dude. Hopefully it'll work out for me. And a bit for Psych, because Psych is the only one who really does any damage. And there I have a great strength as well. The thing is, do I really need strength against Reavers? Yes, I do want to take Garrick out. Garrick 2, I guess. But I'm used to playing against Liberators, and they have 4 wounds. And this will be completely different. It is our first Reavers versus Reavers matchup. And total offense. Stationary. I'm thinking if I'm charged, I can make an attack and perhaps push away if that is necessary. For ploys, I have taken these. I'm thinking Shotfall can be used both offensively and defensively, so we'll see how that goes. And Confusion and Sidestep for some repositioning, and Fueled by Slaughter, an extra attack if need be. Yeah, and that is pretty much it for the attacky cards. So the rest of them are very defensive. I have Boon of Corn. Remove all wound tokens from one friendly fighter. It's a reaction. Situational. But we'll see. Final Blow. I'm thinking if I take someone out of action, yeah, you know the card. Takes an if enemy fighter's attack action takes an adjacent friendly fighter out of action. That is a very likely scenario with Reavers versus Reavers. The attacker suffers 1 damage. And since we are playing Reavers versus Reavers, less wounds, it will probably work fine. Insensate, less necessary when not playing against Liberators, because, well, they can't all take all of my fighters out in one blow, but yeah, hopefully it'll give me a bit of sustainability. Sprint, and this is for objective grabbing and running away. We'll see how that goes whenever I get it, but I see 2 purposes of that, and then a healing potion. A healing potion is probably more viable Reavers versus Reavers than Reavers versus Liberators, because the Liberators can take you out in one blow and the Reavers, well, can't. And oh, the final one. I'm playing with Rebirth in Blood, and this is the core of my strategy, if you can call it that. I'm thinking I'm in for a beatdown. This is gonna be bloody. This is gonna be messy. I will most likely have my fighters hunted down, but I'm thinking this can be a denial of glory. It can deny him some of these, Denial and Conquest. Of course, actually it can't. Actually it can't. It can only it can only work against me. We'll see how that goes. But of course, Denial and Conquest are in my decks, because if I'm going for one surviving fighter, this is a better strategy, isn't it? Well, anyways, this can be obtained fairly well, and it is 5 glory points. But I suspect Lasfar does have them in his deck too. And then of course I'm playing with all the grab objective cards, and this deck will, or the strategy or whatever, will definitely benefit from the new neutral objective cards in Sepulchral Guard. There are several hold objective 1 and 2 for 2 glory points and stuff like that, and that will be sweet. But it won't arrive till early next week, because we are low on cash and couldn't afford buying it in the store, but had to go online. So yeah, we have to be patient. I do have some offensive. Khorne's Champion. I do not have enough offensive upgrades to pull this off, but if I did, it would be truly really awesome. So yeah, it's in there. I'll probably discard it. Who knows? Yeah, a worthy skull, because Garrick needs to be taken out. Garrick 2. And the no-brainers for Khorne. It begins Khorne Kasnat, because yes, there will be fighters out of action. So, strategy, drive them back, go for the objectives, and use that sweet movement of my inspired remaining warband to, of course he will get inspired too whenever I'm inspired, but get out of reach. For board, I'm thinking perhaps going for something with blocked tiles, even though I would not normally recommend this. I'm thinking he will position his objective, since he's going for a very offensive deck. I'm thinking he'll place them as far from me as possible. So he will probably go for the narrow sides alignment, and if I go second, I will go for the board alignment so I can actually get in there. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.